Okay, now we are moving on to 3.2, 1a. So here we have a cube. So in a cube, all the faces are the same. For example, I like to think of this as the right-hand side. This right-hand side and the front faces, they are exactly the same. So in total, how many faces do we have? We have front, right, we have top and bottom. So you have front. Let me rearrange them this way. So front and then right and top. So for the right hand side, right across from the right hand side is going to be the left hand side, which is this piece right here. So front and left, right and left. And for the front piece, this is the front piece. Right across from the front piece, it will be the back piece. So that will be front and back. And then finally, right across from the top is going to be the bottom piece. So this is the top, and this is the bottom. Okay, so in total we have 6 faces. So for most of these questions, these are the 6 views that we need to see: front, back, left, right, and top and bottom. So front and back is just 3 times 3, because the front piece is a 3 times 3. This piece right here is just 3 times 3. If this is 3, this must also be 3, right? And then we just times it by 2, because the front and back is exactly the same. And then it will be the same as right and left. This right piece is also 3 times 3. The left piece is exactly the same. That's why we times it by 2. And top and bottom as well is also a 3 by 3. Because this is a cube, right? If you look at the bottom piece right here, that's a 3 times 3. And then we times it by 2 because bottom and top are exactly the same. So we get 18, 18, 18. So this 3 dot means therefore we can say that the total surface area, so usually surface area, I'll just write SA equals to 18 plus 18 plus 18. And we get 54. And because all of these are in centimeter, and area is 2-dimensional, so this will be centimeter square. That's the surface area of this cube. Okay. And then moving on to 1b. We have a rectangular prism. So again, we'll have top and bottom. They will be exactly the same. So this will be the top piece, and this will be the bottom piece. The bottom piece you can see is a 10 times 5. So this will be 10 times 5 for the area of a rectangle for the bottom piece, and the top is the same, so just times it by 2 and we get 100. And then for the right piece is 5 times 4. So right and left, we have 5 times 4. Because the left hand side is exactly the same, so we can just multiply it by 2. So 5 times 4 times 2, and we get 40. And then finally, we have front and back. The front piece is a 10 times 4. And then we can times it by 2. We get 80. So now we have a total surface area is just 100 plus 40 plus 80. We get 220. So once again, all of these are in centimeter. So my answer will be in centimeters square. 1C. So this one is a little bit different because it's hollow inside. Okay, and that's 10. So this will be my top piece. So I will have top and bottom. It will just be 6 times 10 because the bottom piece is a 6 times 10, and then times 2. We get 120. The left and right is going, the right piece is 10 times 6. This is the same, right? This little thing indicates that these two sides are exactly the same. That's why it's 10 times 6 times 2. We get 120. And then we have the front and back. So the front piece looks something like this. This is the front piece. I only need to find this shaded area in purple because the middle part is hollow, it's empty. So the front piece looks something like this. I know that this is 6. And I know that this is 3. Right. So to find the shaded area, we can just use the bigger square minus the smaller square. So the bigger square will just be 6 times 6. The smaller square will be 3 times 3. And whatever we get there, we times it by 2 because the front and back is exactly the same. And we have 36 minus 9 times 2. And we get 54. Not finished yet. We still have the inside. So this is what I mean by the inside. So on this book, they ask you to also find this inside area. So this is the top of the inside. If I take this piece out, it looks something like this. Right? This is just 3. Because this and this are equal, that's why I know that it's 3. And so that's 3, and then this would just be 10 because this is the same as, you know, the length here on the inside. So that's why it's 10. And I really just have 4 pieces because all of these are the same. These are all 3. Right? They are all the same. And then the length is always 10 for the inside pieces. So I can say that the inner, I will call this inner, top, bottom. Left and right is really just 3 times 10 and then times 4. So we will have 120. Okay, so now the total surface area is going to be 120 plus 120 plus 54 and then plus 120. So you really want to double check with your teacher if the teacher wants you to include the inner, top, bottom, left, right. If you get these kind of questions at school. Right, I would say for half of the school, this is not even tested. You probably won't see these kind of questions, but if you do, remember to double check with your teacher because every teacher is different. Some will ask you to also calculate the inner surface area and some will ask you to leave them. Okay, so I'm just going to check at the back of the book to make sure that the book wants us to calculate the inside surface area as well. So this is 3.21C. Let's see, yeah, they also have 414. Okay, now moving on to D. And we were told that this is a cube, 4 centimeter cube. Oh, I forgot to include a unit. Oh, I did include a unit. That's good. Okay. So again, if I fly to the top, if I'm able to fly to the top, I would just see something that looks like this. Right, we would just be looking at this area and all these area. So this is no different from the bottom piece. It's really the same as the bottom piece. It's just 16.2 times 10.7 because we want all these surface area, right? So the top and bottom are actually the same. It will just be 16.2 times 10.7 times 2 equals, you can definitely use your calculator for these kind of problems. So we got 346.68. And then we'll have the left and right piece. Left and right piece. The right piece, if you move to the right hand side, this is what you should see. You should see this piece and that piece. That would be the right hand side. So at the top here, you have a cube, 4x4. At the bottom here, you have 10.7 times 4. So this is 4 times 4 plus 10.7 times 4, and then times 2, because the left and right piece are exactly the same. I type this into the calculator. 4 times 4 plus 10.7 times 4 times 2. We get 117.6. And then now I have the front and back. So the front piece would be this piece here at the bottom and the top is here. The top is still just a cube 4x4. The bottom is a 16.2 times 4. 16.2 times 4 because this is also 4. Plus 16.2 times 4 and then times 2. And we get 161.6. So the total surface area is going to be 346.68 plus 117.6 plus 161.6. And we get 625.88 centimeters squared. And that's it. So I don't want to make the video too long. So I will solve the remaining question E to H on the next video. See you soon.